So let's do your first comprehensive view of XML. I've so far just told you that XML behaves this way or that way. I want to show you how it works now. I want to show you the major things that go on in an XML system. And by the way, I probably will forget to caveat this as we go along, because we're mostly only working in HTML here, and we're mostly only targeting websites. But this is not about websites. This is about structuring information, and it just so happens that these days websites are the hot thing to output to. So we're going to look at a website as an output. And when I say that, I mean that the real action is not in the website. The real action is in the information base behind the website, and when we need to, we output a website. Or we could choose to output a printed book. Or we could choose to output a syndication. Or we could choose to output an email. Or we could choose to output something that goes on your handheld device. Right? Those are all different outputs. Only one of them is the World Wide Web, and they're all available to us. So don't think that this is about HTML, even though there are strong indications that it's about HTML in this class, like XML syntax is exactly like HTML syntax. That's a strong indication that these two things are tied at the hip, but they're not. Like that the only outputs we're really going to create in this class are websites. That doesn't mean that XML is about websites. It just means that HTML or websites happens to be the convenient, big, fancy thing that everybody wants to know about, and so that's how I angle this class. But I could have completely angled this class towards creating print publications. And you'd see the same leverage, the same advantage that we get in creating web applications or websites, we would get also in creating print publications. Or, and this is the kind of the upshot of it, or I could create a system where I have a single base of information, and some of it goes to the web, some of it goes to print, some of it goes out through email, some of it is syndicated, some of the same information that's sitting on the website is also sitting in the print publication. I syndicate through RSS or something like that, the highlights take you to the website. You see some of the same stuff in the highlights that you got through syndication as you see on the website, and if you so desire, we'll output it for you in PDF as well. So that's where the real power comes in, when you have multiple outputs, when there's all sorts of places this information is going, and you need to be able to simultaneously have it in not only 4 different websites, but 4 complete different kinds of channels. A web channel, a print channel, an email channel, a syndication channel, and you could go on and on. So that's the big picture. But we're not going to go all the way there in this class. We're going to start with a small picture, which is this idea of websites being created from XML files. But I want you to always have in the back of your mind that this really isn't about HTML. This is about structured information that can go in whatever direction I choose and wherever I want it to go. Okay, so let me introduce the 3 big players. These are the 3 players that are going to come up over and over and over again in this class. And it really behooves you to get a basic handle on them today, so that when we come to them for real,